Okay, we're back again. So this week, what I'm going to be talking about is basically just trying to give everyone a good idea for my reasons behind why did this guy spend so much time on something like this, you know? Like what was inside him and his brain and his heart, and like how did this become him? Like to where everything around his life revolved around this film project. So the answer to that is basically my reasons. I would say, well, at first it wasn't going to be a big series thing. It wasn't something I like mapped out, like here's my plan. I'm going to make a nice huge series. It's going to be this. I want all these different characters. All I wanted, you know, I just saw the third movie. You know, I just saw it, and I thought, man, that would be cool. When I was walking out of the movie, I remember my brother was living in Fresno, and we went to see it at the theater there, and I just walking out saying, man, that would be so cool to try and play Spider-Man, or just see myself, because I've always connected with that character, because I've always read the comic. I have it all, you know. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of actual Spider-Man comics. Not that I just collect. Yeah, I collect them, but I read them. I understand the character. I like the stories. I like the progression. I like everything about it. So I felt like I really connected with this one character. And I just thought, how cool would that be to somehow see myself as Spider-Man guy for at least like maybe I can make like a 2-minute thing on YouTube, or I can just do something tiny just to where I can see it, I can watch it. Maybe there's just some different fight shots. You know, maybe you could be fighting some guys in an alley. Maybe I could do maybe one villain. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. So I just, you know, that was the plan, honestly. I got the costume together. It was a lot of work. And it just snowballed from there. You know, it's like I decided I'm going to get one shot with the villain. I'm just going to get a couple highlights from all the stories I've read of all my favorite villains. And not actual stories, no dialogue, just maybe like a short, like you see a lot of the fake trailers on YouTube for fan films that aren't really coming out, but you know, they'll even put like the rating thing on there, the approved for all audiences deal with the green little page thing. Yeah, I was gonna do something kind of like that, but like I said, it just snowballed. So like, I got this one shot, and it's like, okay, maybe I could do this, and then it became more like, oh, how great would that be if I actually showed why his reasons for that, and then maybe I could have one shot with Uncle Ben that could kind of cover the Uncle Ben stuff, and then it'll get the idea of like, okay, I got that one shot. Oh, man, maybe I could get a few more with Uncle Ben, and then but now I need to get Mary Jane, and now I need to get this, and now I need the Gwen. You can't have the Mary Jane without showing the Gwen first, and then this and vice versa, or whatever. So then the Daily Bugle guys came in, and now these are the first scenes with actual dialogue. And now I'm thinking, okay, wait, so the Daily Bugle scenes are going to be the only scenes with dialogue? This thing's getting out of hand. It was supposed to be 10 minutes, or 3 minutes. Now it's almost 10 minutes, and it's become 15. Now it's almost half an hour of content, but the only talking is in the Daily Bugle with the news guys, with the newsroom stuff. Maybe I should add more dialogue. Boom! Then it became more scenes, more this, more that. But it all started with just that whole idea that every guy that is a fan of this comic book hero character has probably ever had. It doesn't matter if they're fat, skinny, tall, short, this, that. Everyone that connects with the character pictures themselves in that costume doing some cool stuff. You know, kicking some bad guy's ass like bad, or getting his ass kicked by a bad guy, just like in the comics. He used to get thrashed, beat the crap out of him, you know. But it doesn't matter. Everyone's always thought of it, and I just took it to that next level to where I actually did make it happen, to where I can see myself on a screen and start editing and like, wow, that looks so cool on that rooftop. Him just sitting there, you know, in that crouched down classic position on like a bug. And it just became more and more and more. And I don't want to say, well, it just kind of took over. It's almost like not a greediness, but it's just like well, I saw that and that wasn't too hard. That only took me a day. I really want to get this now. And it's like you start to see and develop and surprise yourself at what you're kind of able to create and what costume you can make and what location you were able to find and just what you were able to piece together. Okay, I got to fight with the octopus guy. Okay, oh man, I would love to see a fight with the electric guy. That's it. It just started with that one idea that everyone has. I wonder what I would look like in that suit. I wonder how cool that would be. I just want to do something. Take the next step. That became another step. That became and just year and a half, 2 years. Now I got a six-part series. I know exactly. It's my passion. It's my profession at that time in my life. So that's my reason. I mean, everyone has their own reason. I'm sure. I don't know if hearing what I'm saying right now, you guys out there that have been always wanting to do something like that, if you're connecting with what I'm saying, but I have a feeling you probably are. If you are a really hardcore fan and you've been drawn, like always wanted to do that, I'm probably hitting somewhere at home right now with you. So I say go for it. If you got the time, if you really want to get it, make that happen. You know, like I don't want to say get it out of your system, but you know, make it instead of just trying to think of what it might look like or be like or feel like. But I'll tell you this, you know, it's a pretty powerful feeling once you get that costume on. It's pretty powerful. You start to do things that you like, especially once you get that mask on. Whatever mask you make, you get on a mask and then you see yourself in the mirror and you know this character is a witty, quick thinking, you know, he's using this persona of this character as like a shield so he can say whatever he wants, and he's so confident and he's just having fun and he's nervous, but he's using the wittiness and the jokes, but instantly you start saying stuff that you think he would say, and it just starts becoming more from there. So basically that's my reasons for why I did the film series, why it was such a big project. Over time, I started to think, man, I want to get in with the studio. I want this to be my life. Life switches things around. I'm glad I did it. I would never change that. It opened up my eyes to my capabilities of what I'm able to put together when I put my mind to something. It's pretty amazing when you accomplish something that is not required. You know, I didn't have to do this series, but it's something I put myself into. I gave birth to it. I made it happen, and I set it free out into the world. And it just enlightens you. You're just like, man, like if I wouldn't have pushed myself to actually do that, that would not be out there, and it would not exist. It would still just be an idea in my mind, or just a wonder of, man, I wonder what that would be like. I wonder what I would look like in that suit, or I wonder what it would be like to take on that character, or I wonder anything. It doesn't have to just be something like this. It can be anything. So this has been a stepping stone for me to go off, start my own businesses, do this, and just build that foundation. But Peter's Web built it all. Honestly, it's crazy. I've always known that I'm able to do things when I put my mind to them, but Peter's Web was like, it really put it in my face and made it that big of a reality of like, look, Raj, if you put your mind to something, you write it out, you have it planned, and you put your heart and your soul into it, you're going to complete it, and then you're going to move on. And I do that with everything. So it's taught me a lot. And so I'm really glad I did it. And I think you'd be glad if you did it too. So anyway, that's my reasons. I'm going to cut off right there. I'm over 10 minutes. So yeah, subscribe. Tell your friends. Crazy Roger King here on YouTube. And I'll catch you next week. Later.